If you are new to the channel, then subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for further notification. Okay student, welcome you all to this new lecture in Gate Power System series. So today we will be solving 5 questions. Question number 21, 22, 23, 24 and then 25. Okay then let's try to solve these questions. Okay student, if you see question number 21, a single phase transmission line and a telephone line are both symmetrically strung, one below the other, they in horizontal configuration on a common tower. The shortest and the longest distance between the phase and the telephone wires are these. The voltage induced in the telephone circuit, you have to be careful, telephone circuit due to 50 Hz current of 100 amperes in the power circuit is. Okay. So my configuration is something look like this. This is your power lines, suppose line 1, line 2, and this is your transmission line 1, that is phase 1, phase 2 you can say. And the shortest distance just below one below another, the shortest distance and the longest distance between the phases. So if this distance is 2.5, this distance is 3. Similarly, if this is 2.5, this distance is 3. So this is the shortest distance, this is the longest distance. Now for this you need to calculate what is the flux linkage here, what is the flux linkage here, what is the flux linkage due to this. Suppose this current, if you take it is going through, then it will be returning because it is single phase. So if you take IA this side, then this will be minus IA. So that depends on, so ultimately if you take one positive, one will be negative. Okay, so let us consider this is positive and then this will be minus IA. This is IA going, this is minus IA coming, negative of that one just. So what will be your that flux linkage? You know this is the standard formula for your flux linkage. 2 into 10 to the power minus 7. If I take common, then it is IA into ln 1 by that distance 2.5. Then again plus you can write, but I am putting minus because it is minus A, or you can put plus minus IA. This flux linkage and this flux linkage, ultimately it will be deducted because if one is giving that like one, another one will be just opposite to that one because the flux created will be different because current is in different direction. So you can do it in either way, either you put plus minus IA or you can put minus IA into ln 1 by 3. Ultimately there should be a minus, so it should be 2 into 10 to the power minus 7 ln 3 by 2.5. Similarly you go for second one also, 2 into 10 to the power 7, it will be IA into ln 1 by, suppose it is 1 by 3 if I have considered this one positive, and then this is minus IA ln 1 by 2.5 because this is minus I have considered, this current I have considered minus IA, this current IA. So it will be again 2 into 10 to the power minus 7 ln 2.5 by 3 because ln is subtraction means division. So this divide by this one, so this will gap up 1 by 3 divided by 1 by 2.5. So 2.5 go up. So similarly here also. So now ultimately if you go for the entire circuit, in this circuit, so this 2 you can think of addition, but it will not be exactly addition because the voltage induced here, suppose if you say this voltage induced is 5 volt, this voltage induced is 6 volt, then the voltage difference these two is 1 volt because you are asking the voltage that is across this circuit, because if you take only the voltage induced due to the flux link, what is the voltage induced in T1, it will be omega into this psi T1 because psi is nothing but Li. So if you multiply it omega, then omega Li, that is the flux linkage, I into XL. So if you multiply omega, then you will get voltage. If you multiply by omega, then you will get voltage. But this will be the voltage induced here due to these two. This will be the voltage induced here due to these two. Now if you want to find the voltage between these 2 points, then that will be subtracted because suppose this voltage is 3 volt and this voltage is 2 volt. This is with respect to ground, this is also with respect to. So if you look at these two difference in the circuit, it will be 3 minus 2 1 volt. So ultimately it will be subtracted. So 2 into 10 to the power minus 7 ln. Again if you do subtracted, that will be divide. So divide is 2.5, this 3 will go up and then 2.5 will come down. This minus this minus this. So minus means divide means it will go up. So if you do this one, whatever it came, voltage will be induced will be omega into psi, that is flux linkage lambda. So omega is 2 pi into 50 into this one is 2 into 10 to the power minus 7, IA is 100, then it is ln 9 by 2.5 into 2.5. If you do all these things, then it will come near about 2.289 volt. So that is your option C. ABCD constant of a 220 kV line is given. All this. The sending end voltage of the line is given. If the sending end voltage of the line for a given load delivered at normal voltage is 240 volt. Okay. If the sending end voltage is given for a normal load is 240, then the percentage of voltage regulation of the line. So voltage regulation, you know, if any regulation, it is always no load minus full load divided by load, that is full load. Okay, so your full load voltage is given 220 when you supply, suppose this is your load, some load is connected here, and this side voltage is 220 kV. For to get this voltage at the receiving end, in the sending end you are sending power voltage at 240 kV. So this is at load, at a particular load. What will be the case? This is also at load. Now suppose there is no load. Now this side is connected. There is no load. It is open now. So sending end voltage will remain same, because you are sending at a voltage of 240 volt. That will always remain same. Now whatever you sending voltage this side, they don't see 100 km later on whether there is load or not. There is load or not. It will be always fixed. Sending end voltage. So it is 240 kV. They are constantly sending. Okay. If they are sending 240 no load voltage, then how much voltage you will get here? That is my required, because for regulation I need this one. So you know this one, Vs is equal to AVR plus VIR, but here IR is 0. So you can calculate your Vs is 240. You can divide it by root 3, but no, doesn't make sense, because this side also you will also divide by root 3. A is given 0.94. If you're dividing it, then you have to multiply it also, because okay, let us calculate this as it is. So VR, suppose you have got VR by root 3, because VR, suppose I have considered line voltage. Well, this is line to line, this is also line to line. So that's why I am dividing by root 3. So root 3 get cancelled. VR no load line to line, you will get 255.53 volt kV. So therefore your regulation is voltage regulation. Percentage regulation of voltage is equal to no load 255.53. You can apply phase or line. If you are applying line, all should be line. If you are applying phase, all should be phase. So I am applying line, all should be line. So 255.53 minus this is also line, divided by 220 into 100. So if you do it is 16.15%. This is 0 because of no load. So that is your option C. Now if you see 23, consider a bundled conductor of overhead line consisting of 3 identical subconductor placed in the, so they are carrying, because they are same phase, so you can consider it plus Q plus Q plus Q. All are positive charge you can take, or all are negative charge, because they are at of same phase, so they are swinging together. If they are positive, all are positive. If they are negative, all are negative. Equilateral triangle, because that is the meaning of bundle conductor, means same phase. Suppose only R phase, you are giving 2 conductor, so it is of R phase only. And similarly R2 will be for Y2 will be for B. That is the meaning of, here it is given 3 conductor per phase. If we neglect the charges of other conductor present, you neglect all other and ground. Assume the space between much larger than the radius. Okay, so this space is much larger than the radius. The maximum electric intensity is experienced at. So if you calculate the electric field here, so what will be the electric field due to this? It will be outward, going positive charge, going outward. This will be also going outward due to this. This will be, suppose all are positive, so positive electric field will be always radiating from that. So here you can see all these will get cancelled. Okay, here this is the scenario of electric field. There, where the electric field will be more, their electric field intensity will be more. If you come here, this will push that side, this will also push that side, and this will be pushing this side. So ultimately these two will cancel, you will get this one. Here all three will get cancelled. So this is little bit more than this one. If you come to X, due to this it will be outside, due to this it will be this side, due to this it will be this side. Again you can see this one portion will get cancelled. Ultimately they will cancel each other. This horizontal portion will cancel. 3 are in opposite direction. Come to Y, this, due to this it is outside, due to this also it is outside, due to this also it is outside. Now here you see all 3 forces are pushing in the same direction, in the upper direction. So here the electric field will be more, so the stress will be more at point Y. So that was option B. Now if you come to 24, the total reactance and susceptance of a loss line extra overhead extra high voltage line operating at 50 are given by these and these respectively. The velocity of wave propagation is this one, then the approximate length of the line. Okay. So beta, this is the propagation constant, you know, that is z into y, which is nothing but j omega if you take outside, and then it will be root LC, omega root LC it will come. Okay, these L and C are, let me write it in small letters, these are per unit length. That was your propagation constant. You have to be careful about L and C. And what is your velocity? V was omega by beta. It was something short of this format, omega t is equal to beta. So from that it came, okay, V. So this was omega by beta. So this is 2 pi f divided by beta is also 2 pi into root LC. So this you have to be careful. This is nothing but this formula also, you know, 1 by root LC. This came from that formula. This was the derivation from where it came. Here it is given total reactance and total susceptance. Total reactance means total Z given, Z into L. So here if I take it is Z into L suppose, and if it is Y into L, total reactance, total susceptance I know. That means L under root ZY. That means you know L beta. This is not exactly beta, that is L beta, what you know. So what I know, L beta is how much? That is under root of Z is 0.045 multiplied by 1.2. So this one is this much. That is 0.12 into 0.045. This is your L beta. The velocity will be equal to omega by, so if I multiply by L, so it will be L beta. Because I know L, that's why I am going for this one. And this velocity is given 3 into 10 to the power 5 kilometer per second. Because this is in kilometer per second, that means your L is also in kilometer per. Or you can change in meter, then L will also come to in meter. But they have given in kilometer, so let it be in kilometer. So it will be 2 pi into F is given 50 hertz into L we don't know, and this one is 1.2 into 0.045. So if you solve this one, you will get your answer. That means L is equal to around 2 to 2.2 kilometer. So that is your option C. So 25, if you come, a lossless transmission line having a surge impedance, this one provided with the uniformly distributed series capacitive compensation of 30%, then seal of the compensated transmission line only. You know what is seal? Surge impedance loading, that is ZC is equal to root L by C. So this is given as 2280. Okay. Now what you have done, you have compensated it series compensator. Series compensation means how it is done to compensate L. If you connect capacitor in series, so that will compensate the L which was connected in the transmission line series. There was L in this line. So if you connect C, then your inductive reactance will get cancelled with capacitive reactance. How much will get cancelled? 30%. So how much will be left now? Now ZC will be 30% left, so it will be 0.7 L by C. This one they have given actually seal, that is in megawatt, not ZC. They have not given. This is the formula for ZC. And this will be my ZC, new ZC. ZC dash will be equal to root 0.7 into whatever that original ZC. Now what is your seal? Seal is nothing but V square by ZC. So you know seal and ZC are reciprocal, inversely proportional to 1. So seal 1 divided by seal 2 will be equal to ZC2 divided by ZC1. This is your ZC1, this is your ZC2. Suppose second case is 2. So seal 1 is given 2280, seal 2 we don't know. ZC2 is given root 0.7 into ZC1, and this is ZC1. So that means this one will give it 2280 divided by root 0.7. That is 2725.12 megawatt. So that is your option C. If you like the video, then press the like button and please give your valuable comments in the comment section.